I need you to look at this account right now. This is Hunter of Theories, and they are absolutely printing views. 6 million on this one, 5 million on this one. It's absurd. And the best part? The format is simple. It's an iceberg. You've seen these. The tip of the iceberg is common knowledge, stuff everyone knows. But as you scroll down, the water gets darker, the music gets slower, and the facts get disturbing. It triggers something primal in the human brain. It's pure retention hacking. Today, we are going to start printing views. I'm going to hand you the exact blueprint to clone this style. We are going to build a viral iceberg video from scratch, using a stack that automates the hard part. I'm giving you the prompts, the tools, and the editing workflow. If you can't win with this, I can't help you. Let's get into the build. First things first, we need a brain. You need to engineer the prompt. I've actually put every single prompt, every link, and the entire workflow I'm about to show you into a Google Doc. It's pinned in my free Telegram channel, linked right below. Go grab it so you save time during this process. I'm opening ChatGPT, link in the Google Doc. I'm pasting in prompt 1 from the doc. This prompt is designed to brainstorm iceberg-specific topics. We want topics that start normal and end in the abyss. History, space, simulation theory. These are the ones that hit. ChatGPT spits out 10 ideas. The human mind iceberg. That's the one. It's relatable, but it gets creepy fast. That's viral fuel. Now, we need the structure. I'm hitting it with prompt 2. This tells the AI to break that topic down into 8 distinct tiers. Tier 1 is dreams. Tier 8 is the self does not exist. See the progression? That's the narrative arc. If you don't have that descent into madness, the viewer clicks off. ChatGPT gives us the tiers and the specific entries for each tier. Boom. Research is done in 30 seconds. Now we need the actual asset, the image itself. Do not open Photoshop. Do not open Canva. You are wasting time. There is a specific site that generates these meme templates instantly. I've dropped the link in the Google Doc. I'm heading over there. I'm selecting the iceberg template. Now, I'm just copying the data ChatGPT gave me. Tier 1 text goes in the top box. Tier 2 below that, I'm just copy-pasting the entries. Dreams, deja vu, sleep paralysis. As I fill this out, watch the image on the left. It's building the list. It looks a little bit janky, a little bit low res. Good. That is the aesthetic. We don't want this to look like a corporate PowerPoint. We want it to look like a cursed image from a 4chan board in 2012. That aesthetic screams authenticity to the algorithm. Once the text is in, I'm hitting generate and downloading the image. This is our anchor. This is what keeps the viewer staring at the screen. Real quick, if you want to monetize this on TikTok and you're outside the creativity program regions, I have accounts linked in the Google Doc. We have the map, now we need the tour guide. I'm going back to ChatGPT. I'm taking that image we just made and I'm uploading it right back into the chat. This gives the AI context. Then, I'm pasting prompt 3 from the Telegram doc. This prompt is crucial. It tells ChatGPT to write a script covering the first half of the iceberg. We want a hook. We want fast pacing. We want it to sound like a discovery, not a lecture. The script comes out. Let's explore the human mind iceberg. How deep does it go? Perfect. It's short, punchy, and explains the concepts without dragging on. Now, the voice. If you use the standard TikTok text-to-speech, you are dead on arrival. We need texture. We need depth. I'm using Elevenlabs. The link is in the Google Doc if you haven't signed up yet. I'm grabbing the script ChatGPT just wrote. I'm pasting it into Elevenlabs. For the voice, I'm using Brian. He has that deep, resonant, slightly documentary-style tone. It sounds authoritative. It sounds like he knows something you don't. I'm tweaking the stability a bit to make it flow naturally, and I'm hitting generate. By the way, if you want to know what niches are blowing up before they hit the mainstream, my private community is already scaling this method. They knew about the iceberg trend 3 weeks ago. If you want to stop chasing trends and start setting them, check the community link in the description. Here is where most people fail. They have the script, they have the iceberg image, and then they just slap some random stock footage of a guy typing on a laptop. Boring. Click off. We need specific cinematic visuals that match the weirdness of our script. I'm going back to ChatGPT one last time. Prompt 4. This prompt takes our script and converts it into image generation prompts for each tier. It gives me prompts like a sleeping human floating above an endless ocean, dreamlike clouds, cinematic surrealism. That is gold. Now, usually, you'd have to go pay for Midjourney or buy credits on DALL-E, and juggle 5 different subscriptions. Stop doing that. I'm using GhostScript. The link is in the Google Doc. It's a tool that consolidates this stuff so you aren't bleeding cash on subscriptions. I'm heading into the image generator within GhostScript. I'm pasting in the prompts ChatGPT gave me. Look at this first one, the floating guy. That is exactly the vibe we need. It's high definition, but it's surreal. Next prompt, 2 identical moments overlapping. This is for the déjà vu section. Next one, a dark bedroom with a shadow figure. That's for sleep paralysis. I'm rendering these out one by one. I'm reviewing them. If one looks trash, I re-roll it. But usually, these models are dialed in. I'm saving all of these to a folder. If I need something generic, like just a background of space or a glitch effect, I'll hop over to Pexels, link in the Google Doc, and grab some free 4K footage. But for the core concepts, AI generation is the only way to get exactly what you need. We need to put this monster together. I'm using CapCut on desktop, link in the doc, because it's fast and free. First, drag that pristine voiceover we generated onto the timeline. This is the skeleton. Everything else hangs off this beat. Now, before we even look at the visuals, we are doing captions. Hit auto captions and let it run. But do not leave these as default white text. That is lazy. Go to the templates. I'm picking a bold style, maybe something with a heavy shadow. Once the text is locked, drag the iceberg image onto the main track. Here is the retention hack. I'm going to split this clip right near the start. We are treating the intro differently than the rest. On that first half, the short clip, I'm adding a keyframe to just do a slow, subtle zoom in. This pulls the viewer into the screen. On the second half of the clip, as the voice starts listing the tiers, I'm adding a keyframe to grow the image and pan it down specifically towards the first option on our list. We are physically guiding their eyes to the information. Finally, the payoff. The text is the hook, but the visuals are the retention. I'm heading to my media bin and grabbing those custom AI assets we generated in GhostScript, the floating guy, the galaxy bedroom. I'm dragging these onto the timeline, layering them strictly on top of the iceberg clip. You need to be surgical with the timing here. The millisecond the voiceover mentions dreams, that image needs to cut in. If you are late, the illusion breaks. But simply dropping them in is not enough. If you leave these images static, you are dead in the water. A still image on TikTok is a signal to the brain to scroll past. We need to trick the viewer into thinking this is a high-budget animation. We are doing this with keyframes. Click the image. Go to the Video tab in the top right. Hit that diamond icon to add a keyframe at the very start of the clip. Lock in your starting position. Now, scrub to the very end of the clip and add a second keyframe. Here is the secret sauce. Change the values just slightly. I'm bumping the scale from 100% to 115%, or I'm shifting the X position slightly to the right. This creates a slow, subconscious push effect. It feels like the image is alive, like it's breathing. Do this for every single visual. Never let the pixels sit still. Constant motion is the only way to hold attention.
Let's explore the human mind iceberg. How deep does it go? At the very top of the iceberg are dreams and nightmares. Every night, your brain creates entire worlds without your control.
And if you want to be in a room with people who are actually making money with this and not just watching tutorials, join the private community. The link is right there. Start building.